Hello my dear students, I am Neha Sharma, your social science teacher. This is our second session for the class 7th. Our chapter name is The Earth and the Changes on It. In this video, we will discuss about the agents of gradation. Now what is gradation? Gradation means leveling the land. And what are the agents? Agents वो हैं बेटा जो हमारे सेडिमेंट्स को, रॉक और माउंटेन सेडिमेंट्स को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर ट्रांसपोर्ट करते हैं. एंड द इम्पॉर्टेंट एजेंट्स ऑफ ग्रेडिएशन आर रनिंग वाटर, ग्लेशियर, विंड, सी वेव्स. So in this video we will discuss about these agents in detail. So first of all we will start with the first agent, that is running water. Here the running water means river or lakes. Like any other living form, river also has a life cycle. It means that it take birth in the mountain or hills and become larger where it meet by number of tributaries. Now what do you mean by tributaries? Tributary means a river or a stream flowing into a large river. यानी छोटी छोटी सी rivers जो जाकर एक बड़ी river में मिल जाती हैं, नदी में मिल जाती हैं. They are known as tributaries, right? Now in next stage of its life, the river flows over a plains. River अब plains में flow करती है, बहती है, and finally ends when it reaches the sea. और उसका finally end कहाँ पर होता है? जब वो जाकर sea में मिल जाती है. In its early stage, the river is young, right? It flows over steep mountains where its rate of erosion is maximum. Now I explain it with an example. Like जब हम लोग यंग होते हैं तो वॉकिंग कैपेसिटी ज़्यादा होती है, राइट? तो उस टाइम पे हम ज़्यादा काम कर सकते हैं. सिमिलर विद रिवर ऑल्सो, क्योंकि वो यंग स्टेज पे है, वो माउंटेन्स से नीचे की प्लेन की तरफ आ रही है, तो उसका फ्लो बहुत तेज़ है. एट दैट टाइम जो माउंटेन्स और रॉक्स में इरोजन करती है रिवर, वो सबसे ज़्यादा होती है, राइट? In this stage, the river also forms some youthful features like I-shaped and V-shaped valleys. As this river enters into the plain, it comes to the stage of maturity. Now the volume of water increase and slope of land decreases. अब क्या हुआ कि जब वो प्लेन एरिया में आ गई है तो उसका फ्लो स्लो हो गया है. During this stage, the river is said to flow through meanders. Now what is meanders? It means sweeping curves of a river. मीन्स कि जब रिवर जो है वो माउंटेन्स से ऊपर से तेज़ बहाव से प्लेन एरियाज़ में आती है तो वाटर जो है, पानी जो है वो अपना रास्ता खुद से बनाता है. एज यू सी इन द पिक्चर कि वो जिगजैग फॉर्म में आगे बढ़ रहा है. एंड दिस स्टेज ऑफ रिवर इज़ नॉन एज meanders. फॉर मोर डिटेल्स आई विल शो यू अ वीडियो.
Meanders. The course of a river comprises of three distinct parts. First is the upper or the mountain course where the river originates. Here, the velocity of the water is faster due to the steep gradient. The floor of the valley is narrow and the valleys are V-shaped. Second is the middle or the valley course where floors are wider and the sides of the valley are more gently sloping. Here, the velocity of the river is slower than the upper stage. Meanders are typical landforms found in this stage of the river. The third part of the river is the lower course, which has a gentle slope and is almost flat. The river channel is usually at its widest and deepest here, because the amount of water flowing within the river is at its greatest. Oxbow lakes are conspicuous features in the lower course of a river apart from the deltas where the river drains into seas. Now we will discuss about what are meanders and how are they formed. Meanders are formed in the middle course of a river. The rivers flow through almost a flat plain in the middle courses. As water flowing under gravity seldom flows straight for any long distance, a winding course soon develops. The irregularities of the ground force the river to swing in great S-shaped curves, forming horseshoe-like loops called meanders. Now let us see how a meander forms. The water in a river channel flows faster round the outside bend of a river due to centrifugal force, whereas it is relatively slow on the inside bends. The fast flowing water on the outside bend erodes the river bank, whereas slow moving water deposits sand and mud on the inside bend. At the site of erosion on the outside bend, a steep river cliff is created. The water piles up on the outside bend due to centrifugal force. A bottom current is set up in a corkscrew motion which deposits the eroded material on the inner bank, forming a slip-off slope. In the lower course of a river, a meander becomes very much pronounced. The outside bend gets eroded rapidly and the meander loop becomes almost a complete circle. Gradually, the narrow necks of the loop erode further and intersect each other. Now, the river cuts through the intersection to flow in a straight path. As a result, the meander loop is abandoned and it forms an oxbow lake. The oxbow lake later turns into a swamp and subsequent floods may silt up the lake. It becomes marshy and eventually dries up.
Now we will discuss about the last stage of the river before meeting the sea. The last stage of the river is delta. Now what is delta? Delta is a landform created by deposition of sediments that is carried by the river, right? And this occur where the river enters an ocean or a sea, as you see in the previous video also, right? Now we will start the second agent, that is glacier. What is glacier? Glacier, the mass of moving ice, right? In our India, the glaciers are found on high altitude areas like in Himalayas, where the temperature is below the freezing point. Like the river water, moving ice also carry the loose particles of the rocks and take them along and deposit them behind when it melts. There are two types of glaciers. One is continental glacier and the other one is mountain glaciers. So what is continental glaciers? Continental glaciers are the huge masses of ice which cover large area of a continent are called continental glacier. Example of continental glaciers are Greenland glaciers and Antarctic glaciers. Now what is mountain glaciers? Glaciers which occupies only small area over the mountains are called mountain glaciers. And the best examples are Siachen glacier in Ladakh and Gangotri glacier in Uttarakhand in India. Now I will show you two pictures. This is the picture of Greenland glacier and the next one picture is the picture of Siachen glacier in Ladakh. For more details, there is a video for you.
What are glaciers? Glaciers are massive bodies of flowing ice. They are found in cold regions where snow does not melt. It just piles up and crushes the snow beneath it to form glaciers. Glaciers slowly move downwards, changing the shape of the topography as they go. Glaciers that move downwards carve out U-shaped valleys as they slide. Bits of rocks carried by glaciers collect to form ridge-like mounds called moraines. Above a certain height, snow never melts. This is called the snow line. Glaciers always form above this line.
Now we will learn about the third agent, that is sea waves. Actually, sea waves are the most powerful agent of gradation. The continuous tugging of the sea waves break the rocks and make the sea cliff. Now what is sea cliff? It is an erosional landform produced by sea waves near the sea coast. ऐसा एरिया जो कंटिन्यूस मूवमेंट सी वेव की मूवमेंट की वजह से जो नियर बाय द माउंटेन्स होती हैं सी के, वहाँ पर बन जाता है लाइक अ वॉल. नाउ वी विल लर्न दिस विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ वीडियो.
Work of sea waves. The erosion and deposition of the sea waves give rise to coastal landforms. Sea waves continuously strike at the rocks, cracks develop, and over the time they become larger and wider. Thus, hollow-like caves are formed on the rocks. They are called sea caves. As these cavities become bigger and bigger, only the roofs of the caves remain, thus forming sea arches. Further erosion breaks the roof and only walls are left. These wall-like features are called stacks. The steep rocky coast rising almost vertically above sea water is called sea cliff. The sea waves deposit sediments along the shores, forming beaches.
Now we will discuss about the last agent, that is wind. Now what is wind? Actually air can neither be seen nor felt. हम उसे feel नहीं कर पाते जब तक कि उसमें कोई movement ना हो. So the swift horizontal movement of air is felt and it is called the wind. So the wind is also an agent of gradation. The action of wind is most common in the desert regions. Actually, the strong wind has the capacity to rub away the rocks in desert areas and it resulting in a strange shape rocks. The most common example is mushroom rocks. The carried material by the wind is then deposited at a new place. Whenever the speed of wind is slow down, जब उसकी स्पीड स्लो हो जाती है तो जो कैरिड मटेरियल था, सेडिमेंट्स थे, वो किसी जगह पर जाकर डिपॉजिट कर देती है. And that deposition form various type of sand dunes. Now what is sand dunes? Sand dunes are the mountain or hills of sand. And the best example of sand dunes in India are the western part of the Rajasthan, right? For this now we will see a video.
Work of wind. An active agent of erosion and deposition in the deserts is wind. In deserts, you can see rocks in the shape of a mushroom, commonly called mushroom rocks. Winds erode the lower section of the rock more than the upper part. Therefore, such rocks have narrower base and wider top. When the wind blows, it lifts and transports sand from one place to another. When it stops blowing, the sand falls and gets deposited in low hill-like structures. These are called sand dunes. When the grains of sand are very fine and light, the wind can carry it over very long distances. When such sand is deposited in large areas, it is called less. Large deposits of less is found in China.
This is the detailed study about the agents of gradation. आई होप कि इस वीडियो की हेल्प से आप सबको ये क्लियर हो गए होंगे. थैंक यू सो मच.